Okay, this is how you check the oil and add some to it if you are lacking oil. First of all, you pop the hood inside the driver's compartment. It's underneath the dash, as you probably know. And then you come here to the front, and there should be a lever right underneath there. You can feel for it. Push it up, and then that releases. And you can see the lever there. That's what you're doing. You're pushing it up, and it releases the latch. And then over here, you've got a couple different handles. This is the oil. That's what I want you to check. And the engine has to be off while you're doing that. And it usually is good to let the engine settle for a few minutes. That way the oil that was up inside the engine can drip down to the oil pan, and you'll get an accurate reading. The other dipstick is over here. That's the transmission. And opposite of the oil, you actually need to have the engine running to check this one. It typically doesn't need checking that often. Anyway, as a little convenience, I usually stick a little towel, disposable paper towel, right here in the corner, so I can check the oil without having to find one. Pull it out, and then usually you're going to have to wipe the stick down and then put it back in. So let's see if I can do this with one hand without burning myself, because it is hot. I just stopped the car. So anyway, wipe it clean, and you'll notice there are two little dots on this one, and you want the oil line to be between those two dots and not lower than the one on the end. So we'll put it back in, push it all the way down to where it seats, and then pull it back up. Then we'll look at it. And here, if you look, you can turn and get an angle of light on it, and you can see the oil is just barely above the lower hole. So that means it needs oil. And the amount of oil is actually 1 quart between the two holes. So if you were to put a full quart in, then it should come up to the second hole. But maybe not quite a full quart, because it's already just a slight bit above the lower one. So I will temporarily put this back, and then what you have to do is, this is the oil cap. You take that off, and it will say on most of the oil caps these days, it'll say, if it hadn't worn off, what kind it is requiring. And in this case, I believe, well, I didn't write it anywhere on the, usually I write it under the hood somewhere to say what the type is, but I keep some in the back trunk, so you just grab that and use it. And then if you have like a large gallon container of oil, you pour it in slowly and then check frequently the amount, so you don't want to overfill it. You never want to put more oil in than the high maximum measurement on the dipstick, because that could cause your engine to have problems. And I keep the oil over here, and 5W30, okay? So this does actually have a convenient measuring stick. I don't know what you call it, a view window, and it gives you the quart measurement. So we're going to put this down from 3 quart to the 4 quart marker, and pouring it out slowly. By, if you do it this way with the, it might seem odd to do it this way, but it actually will prevent it from overspilling. You have the opening high and not low, okay? And then you can control the pour a little bit better, and then as it starts pouring, you can lower the opening of the oil to the opening of the oil port, and pour a little bit in, and then stop and check your level. And not quite there yet. Well, maybe, I don't know. we can check it with the dipstick and see where we're at. Okay, so pull this puppy back out and look, and I don't have to wipe it again because it was clean, but we could wipe it again. You can see it's getting there. Now that oil hasn't run down yet totally, so we'll just wait another few seconds here, and I'll go ahead and wipe this so that it's clean for the next test. Okay, put that back in, draw it back out, and what do we got? It's getting there. I mean, we could leave it like that, that'd be fine. But I'm going to put just a wee bit more in and call it good. You want to be careful not to spill the oil because it does make the whole motor smoke. It'll go all over the exhaust manifold. It'll drip down, which is all these hot metal components down below, and it will make the car stink and smoke. So you want to be very careful not to do that. And if you do spill some, then just try to wipe it up with a paper towel without burning yourself if the engine's hot. Okay. Hope that helps you in the future. And you want to check your oil every gas fill up. That way you don't run it low and burn the engine up, which will cost a whole lot of money to fix that. Thanks. Bye.